Welcome back everybody, day 16. I'm going to slow it down. We've done 2 days of flow and now I want to bring it back to more slower asana or postures with some breathing as well. Find yourself in a comfortable seated position on the floor. If you need to be up, be up. Some of you, the knees may be a little higher. Some of you may even be able to sit on the knees in this shape here. Whatever works for you. So settle the sitting bones, or if you're on the legs, just settle in there. Close down the eyes. Just be aware of your breath. The breathing, in essence, is that tool we use to anchor the mind in the body. Anchor the body in the room and allow yourself to be in the present moment. The nose is clear, just breathing in and out of the nostrils. And as you inhale, lift your arms up above your head, breathe in. And exhale, right hand to the floor, lean to your right. Maybe moving the head. And inhale up, arms up. Exhale to the left arm down, leaning that way. Maybe moving the head, working with what your body is telling you feels the best and obviously has no pain. Inhale up, arms up. One more to each side. Right hand down, elbow can bend. Left arm by the ear, or even turning the body a little more, so you're aiming to get a little bit of movement through the spine. Breathe in, lift up, arms up. Final side. Again, that left elbow bending maybe, right arm stretching. So the asanas or postures are basically seats to be sat in. Finding a seat, obviously you can move a little. I like to explore movement. At times you can be still. Breathe in, lift up. It's about feeling target areas of the body, muscles, tissues. So we're going to bring the feet in a butterfly forward fold. Maybe they're together, maybe they're apart. Let the body fold through. If it's too intense, walk your feet away. Fold forward there. Just letting the body come through. Sometimes the hips, if you've got them a little higher, that can help with the body folding through. You may feel it in the outer hips, maybe on the inner thigh, inner groin, maybe through the back line. Just take some breath. And slowly breathe in, lift up. Stretch the legs in front, out in front, that's it. Left leg is going to lift up. And we're going to have a bent across the right, outside of that leg. Left hand behind, if you've got a bolster, you can bring it there, or maybe onto the floor. The right arm, either reaching around that left knee, some of you might enjoy just pulling it into the body, holding it, hugging it, and turning out over that left shoulder. Lift the chest, elevate the spine, try to get the head to touch the ceiling. Breathing here. Keep the toes active. Notice if the right toes are feeling a bit lazy. Even pull the toes back to the face. Two more. And the next breath out, just turn the body back. Let the left knee fall out to the side. So for some of you, you'll be able to immediately fold forward. It's going to be a huge hamstring stretch. If that's too intense, bring the foot either beside the leg, lean forward, or under the leg. So you can have a bent knee to still get a hamstring stretch with a bent leg. Just letting the body feel that stretch. Maybe it's hamstring, maybe it's also the back, up into the neck. Again, breathing here. As you inhale, we'll slowly come up, lift up. And now we're going to bring that same leg, like we did the other day, bend that right knee back. See if the foot can rest beside the right hip. If you need to, maybe there's a rug underneath this foot. If it's a hard floor, sometimes your bones will push in and it'll be a little bit too intense. Aiming for a stretch in the thigh. Lean back on the left hand like I am. It can be casual. Some of you will be able to get both hands back. That's it. Even activate the left toe if that feels appropriate. Some of you will be able to get down onto elbows. So you work whatever shape feels right for you. And even some of you might be able to go a little bit deeper, bending that left leg in. So take some breath here. Feeling that stretch through that right thigh. And we're going to slowly come up. Roll to the left. Release the leg out. And just give them a bit of a shake up and down. Cool. Then we're going to do the left side. So now, left leg is out in front. Your right leg is going to come up and over. Foot is flat to the floor as best you can, aiming to have both sitting bones on the ground. That's it. You're going to turn around with the right hand. Left arm either lifts up, the elbow pushes in, or maybe you can grab hold and pull the leg in towards the body. Lift the chest, turning over that right shoulder and breathing there. So holding that twist, you're breathing, looking with the neck. Again, that awareness to your breathing, the breath, it anchors you into the body, anchors you into the moment. One more in. As you exhale, turn back, release the body from the twist. Let that right leg either drop out to the side. Maybe you need to have it beside or under. So you choose. Folding forward. So letting the body come through. Breathing here. One more in, one more out. Slowly come up. And then now just bending or straightening the right leg first. We'll bend that left leg under. So as you bend it under, you're trying to get the foot beside the hip, feeling it through that thigh. And as I did before, right hand can go back. Both hands, if that feels appropriate. If you've got your bolster, some of you may be able to drop down onto elbows. Maybe you can go lower all the way to the floor. Everyone will be in a different position, just depending on how the hips, the bones, everything is sitting in your body. Close your eyes, feel into that thigh stretch. So as you breathe, oxygen flows into the body. And yoga theory is that prana, life force, comes in as well. It's finer particle. It's an energetic aspect. It goes into the energy body. It charges the energy body. In essence, it has a storehouse at the solar plexus, around our emotional center, and it's stored there to be distributed through all the energy networks of the body. The nadis, in Chinese medicine we call it the meridians. Now then just slowly roll away from the bent leg, release it out. If you can, just come up and just do a forward fold with both legs out in front. Maybe the knees are bending. Maybe the body can just sit through. Even arms underneath the knees, a few options. If you've got a bolster or a blanket or a pillow, even on top of you, top of the thighs. Just take a few breaths there. If you want the activity of it, even hands out to the toes for those that can touch. So again, that oxygen's coming in, it's helping to cleanse the blood on that physical level. That energetic level, the prana, the life force or chi. It's moving into the storehouse of prana, that solar plexus, and it's distributed. In a sense, think of it like energetic nerves, the nadis. And these nerves also have an energetic spine. It runs up the spine. We call it Sushumna. And either side of that Sushumna is basically like a sort of twisting two snakes, Ida and Pingala. There are two left and right channels of the main Sushumna, the main energetic spine. And then just slowly coming up from here, and we're going to roll back onto our backs. So all the way down. Release to the floor. Just let the body be still for a moment. And the effects of the stretching of the tissues of the body and the deeper breathing in the body. Then just bend the knees. We're going to do a little wedge or bridge. So the feet come close to the hips. Some of you will be able to grab the hands around the ankles and place the feet flat to the floor. You can have them wide. Always be mindful of your knees. Push on the feet, lift the hips. So your glutes are on, thighs are on. Take some breath. Your arms and palms can push into the floor. Breathe into the belly. So expanding that nervous center here, the solar plexus center. It's the emotional center of the body. Also just a plexus of nerves. So here, that storehouse of prana, of life force. I say you're given enough energy to distribute it through the body. And if you don't have enough energy, we can use the pranayama, the breathing techniques, to draw in more prana, more life force. And this can help heal the body, unlocks those energetic blocks. Lower down, slowly, release. If you need to, let the knees flop a bit side to side. We held that for quite a while. And we'll do one more. So push on the feet, breathe in, lift the hips, holding this space, this shape. And then slowly lower down. Bring the knees into the chest, give yourself a bit of a hug and squeeze, rock a little bit side to side. That's it. Even gently bring the chin into the knees as you breathe in. And as you exhale, lower the head back to the floor. Try to get the back of the head, even the back of the neck, as flat as you can. Most of us, it won't ever touch. Inhale the chin in. Lifting the head to the knees, exhale and lower. One more. Breathe that head up. Breathe in. Exhale and lower that head down. Turn the head gently left to right. And then just slowly begin to rock yourself forward and back. Awesome. And we'll come up. Cool. So we've done a little bit of asana, a little bit of our postures. This is just one element of, there's an ancient sage called Patanjali. He had these 8 limbs of yoga. Asana is just one of them. The first 2, Yama, Niyama, they're basically the ethics and the morals, the way to live in the world. Then you have the asanas, the postures. We work with them to help open up this physical body and obviously get into the energetic sides as well. The pranayama, the breathing, this is where we can also use this to help again engage and open up the blocks and locks in the body so that we can sit in a meditation state or seat and allow our external awareness to move internally, moving it deeper into the body, deeper into our conscious, unconscious, subconscious minds. And from here, we're starting to go within. We're starting to learn more about ourselves from just that gentle awareness and seeing what arises in your field of awareness, what comes up from the darkness or the depths of our subconscious. And here we can learn a lot about ourselves. So we're working now with the pranayama. It's called the 4x4 breath, or a box breathing is another name it's given, I think in the commercial world. We're aiming here to visualize a box, basically a nice square box. We're going to have our eyes closed, so if you can, that square is just in front of the eyes. Some people are really good at visualization. They'll be able to see it. You can see it as a wall of light. You could see it as some fluorescent tubes that form that square. Whatever works. We're going to be breathing from the left side first. We're going to inhale up, holding the breath, across the top. We're going to exhale the breath down that right side, and then being with our breath along the bottom. So we're going to be inhaling up the left, holding the breath across the top, exhaling down the right side, and then without breath along the bottom. We do this with the eyes closed. You're working with the lung capacity that works for you. So I'll do a count, but you work with whatever feels right for you. With the eyes closed, I'll work with the hands, so if you need to, you can open the eyes and understand what we're doing. So, comfortable in a seated position. We're working the pranayama, the prana now into the body, helping the breath expand, helping the oxygen work into the blood, get rid of the waste with the out breath. All these physiological processes that we're working with as well. Sitting comfortably. You can be in a chair if that works. So trying to visualize that square of light. If you're coming up with nothing, that's totally fine. I actually use my eyes, so I gently use my eyes to breathe around the square. Some people will say, don't do this. Rather than moving your head, because some people start to move their head, just even move the eyeballs, if that's possible. If you can't see that square or visualize a square. Picturing that bottom left-hand corner. Breathe in, up to the side. Hold the breath across to the top right-hand side. Exhale down the right side. Hold without breath along the bottom. Inhale up that left side. Hold across the top. Exhale down the right side without breath along the bottom. Aiming in and out through the nostrils, up through the left. Hold across the top. Exhale down the right side without breath along the bottom. Inhale up the left. Hold across the top. Exhale down the right side. Be without breath along the bottom. Breathe up the left. Hold across the top. Exhale down the right side of the square without breath along the bottom. 2 more. Inhale up the left. Hold across the top. Exhale down the right side and without breath along the bottom. 1 more. Inhale up. Hold across the top. Exhale down and without breath along the bottom. Release the technique. Seeing that square of light, just moving your consciousness, moving your mind into the center of the square. And just being awareness, observing, without judgment. Allow yourself to be still. And just slowly lay down, shavasana. Minimal movement, all the way to the floor, whatever shape feels right for you, for about 2 minutes. Take a deep breath in once you arrive and sigh it out. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. Wriggle fingers and toes. Wake up the body slowly. Lengthen and stretch. Roll to one or both sides. And then just slowly sitting yourself back up. So as we work physically with the body, we're opening up the tissues, we're stretching them, we're creating space, blood flow, blood pressure is going to change within the body itself. The breath, that oxygen comes in, it's filtering the blood, helping you to release more waste. But we're also bringing that life force, that prana, which affects the energy body. If you have times through the day, which most of us do, where our energy levels drop, any kind of quick stretching, bit of breathing like we just did, the box breath or maybe the alternate nostril breath, which we've done, any of these breathing techniques, this gentle relaxation that we do at the end of the practice, 1-2 minutes, that can reboot your body like a computer, pressing that restart button on the computer. You're rebooting your whole system so that it recharges up in those 5 to 10 minutes or 20 minutes, however long you take, to get the body back into balance, get the systems working again, your nervous system, your brain and spinal cord back online, back refreshed. Have an awesome day. We'll see you tomorrow.